What's going on? What's going on, y'all? All right, we got a new beat introduced to this show, like we usually do. And y'all like this beat. Y'all like this beat. I see y'all head. I see your head, Victor. What's going on? What's going on?
It's got some potential. It's got potential, man.
Okay. This
like
is
the whistle.
Yeah, I like the whistle. That's my favorite part. To me, that's what kind of makes this beat a little bit more modern. That little whistle. But this beat is by Anarchy. I had his beat played before, bringing him back. He has a lot of beats, man. If I could just choose all the beats, I could choose it from this dude.
We get some endorsement or something like that,
man. Yeah, I'm trying to connect with the producers as well. But let's get it, man. We're gonna get into the show now. We got Ayye Kev on the show. He is rapper out of the DMV area. What's going on, Kev? How you doing, man?
What's going on, bro? I'm good. Tired. This came from a photo shoot, but
look at him, superstar. I hear you.
I know you like to hear that, Victor. He moving.
Oh yeah. No, I just got off tour. You know what I mean? I was at 106. Was on the Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? Just kind of coming in a little tired.
You know what
I hear you, bro.
You know what Victor likes to hear? He likes to hear when artists are pounding the pavement. They doing the footwork. They connecting with people. He likes to hear that. So
I love it. It keeps my teeth white.
Oh man. So we got a good show, man. We got some songs we're gonna play, including your music video. We're gonna get to last.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna just say the name of the music video is "Run Up the Score." I like it, man. So we're gonna get to that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and if there's artists watching this, even Ayye Kev, if you know of artists, they got some music they want to promote it. Tell them to send it to me at irregularraps@gmail.com.
Okay.
I need to put that on my I need to type it up on here, but anyway.
I was asked about 3 times, and I'm like,
"Oh, you was?
Let me get back with you." I got you now.
A co-host can help me type stuff too on here, but
really now.
But
are we sharing screens like Zoom now? Did we get the Zoom technology? You know what I mean?
irregularraps@gmail.com.
We upgraded.
Yeah. But let's get to it, man. We got the first song by Mr. Pickney. And the name of this song is Faint Not, featuring TFL and Anthony Desire.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm going to bring the song up. I'm going to say, starting off before we play the song, I had him on my show before too. Interviewed him. Good guy, good man of God. And his style of music is different. When I hear people's music, and I hear his flow is different. So we're going to talk about that, I'm sure. Like, he has more of a poetic style. He reminds me of like the old school Roots or Common, the poetic style. Okay. I think he's really poetic with his music. So let me bring it up.
Gotcha.
By the way, Kev, I'm digging.
I'm a little late, y'all. Here we go.
I'm digging it.
Searching my heart, started desire, started seeking a person, then it's all at it. The whole time, that's the way he had it. Started trusting the process, then came to war with the flesh. Taught the difference between the tip and test. Had to lean on the rock like it's all I got. The cost was if they like it or not. Never seen it straight and narrow, neither the darts and arrows. So I had to keep them both on the sparrow. From the belly of beast, they rise like the yeast. Since vengeance is yours, help us to come in peace. Go worry not, though they tighten the knot. Taught me in due time, we reap if we faint not. She also hope in the Lord.
So let me start out with the message, man. The message, when I heard this song, it speaks about the faint. That's what the name of the song is, but it speaks about the weak and how hard it is for the faint to fight against the flesh, overcoming temptations. But unless you hold on to the rock, unless you hold on to God, that's the best And you know, the only chance you have to overcome temptations, the best way you can overcome temptations, the best way to overcome and defend attacks against the enemy. But you heard the hook right there. That was by, you know, it says TFL and Anthony Desire. So I'm not sure. Maybe it was both of them singing on the hook. I don't know, or one of
That's
them. I'm
one
not sure
guy.
who.
Yeah.
But
That's
what
one
was
guy.
that?
Yeah,
One
that's
guy.
one person. Yeah.
Okay, I figured that. So you hear he's speaking that scripture. What is that? Isaiah. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will fly. They will soar on eagle's wings. That scripture, and I like it. You know, I like it. I like the way he's singing the hook. It fits into the way he's rapping. He got that unorthodox style, so it's an unorthodox combination to me. What y'all feel about the song?
I think the message behind it itself, it sounds like you said, it sounds like a little bit of a common type feel. Definitely poetic. Gives me that also that Nas one mic type vibe
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely hear that potential in that song as well.
Yeah, I guess for me it's just more. It was a little bit more technical, more questions than anything. I wonder what this would feel like if it was a little bit slower, like more of a pocket. If it sometimes like it's a groove to it, but I wonder if the groove was just a little bit, you know, like it would sit in a different pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like to me it's just more the groove was rushed. I get, you know what I mean? Like I get the style. Yeah,
like he kind of filling in some type of words a little bit too.
Yeah. I can imagine it's a little more.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit slower. And I was wondering, like, if they probably would change the key of the song too. It seems like it's in the singer's upper range, that he couldn't really do too much to it. I'm wondering if they would have dropped that key a couple keys, that he could have just really went off on that singing. You know what I mean? Like, I love the flow, I love the style. It's just more questions that I wish they would have probably explored. I don't know if they have the capability of doing it, but that's something like that I would have tried. You know, just try to flip it up a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard Mr. Pickney's previous songs, and I noticed that maybe for 2 of the songs that I heard in the past, he used beats that were like nonprofit or used by other people. I mean, yeah, probably used by other people. So this could be one of them beats where he got from online where he couldn't change anything.
Right.
And that's
well,
the downside.
There's technology where you can actually. To be honest with you, I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Studio One, you could do a lot with Studio One. I change keys and I slow down tracks all the time.
Well, so if you do that with the whole 2-track, I mean,
keeps the same.
I would be afraid that would mess up the drums, you know, because the drums,
it keeps the same quality. It's crazy.
Really?
I don't know how they figured it out, but they did it. And I do it all the time. And artists come in like, I didn't know you could do that. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You know, how does that feel? You know, like I came up with it. You know? I'm like, how that feel? It's like, that feels so much better. Thank you so much. But yeah, just trying to explore. But you can do so much with technology now.
See, I don't have. Well, actually, I started downloading Studio One, but I'm used to using Pro Tools and Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's on Studio One. All this new technology.
Studio, they gonna shoot you if you. You know what I
mean? Oh, really? FL Studio.
Yeah, they don't call it Fruity Loops no more. They like Fruity Loops. Oh no.
Hey, they better know the old school people who started using Fruity Loops.
I know. I feel you.
You know,
I feel you.
That's embedded in my head, man.
Right.
Hey, much love to FL Studio. You know? Anyway, I forgot to ring my bell, but it's all good. We're going to the next song.
We on time.
Yeah, we on time. So I forgot to tell you, Victor, that beat, I didn't produce that beat. We got something going on at Ayye Kev because one of these songs I produced the beat for. And he, you know, before the show, he was like, man, I got a lot to say. Yeah, he was like, I got a lot to say, and I hope I don't say anything against your song. So I gotta let him know that wasn't the beat that I created the song for. That song we just listened to.
Okay.
But this song right here,
disrespect, you know what I mean? But I don't want to pull my punches, you know what I mean? Like I'm Simon, you know what I mean? On the record, I'm like, you'll never work in this town, you know.
you trying to get some shine too. It's all good.
Right, you know.
don't step on my toes, man. You know.
I got you, bro. I got you. I can't do my boy that, man.
So this song right here coming up, I produced the beat. Now, before I play this song, I gotta say it's not one of my favorite beats that I produced songs for. I listened to it. I listened to him rapping over the song, and man, on the same record label. I'm a producer on the record label right now of Ayye Kev. You don't know this, but you'll see the record label is called LBM Records. And Mo Truth. You probably met Mo Truth. I wouldn't be surprised because he came to Maryland probably a couple times and performed at churches and whatnot. Good dude. He knows Tim Day. So yeah, he wanted me to be on the record label to produce and help him with, you know, producing beats for him. So this is one of the beats, and it's not my favorite, but it's a remake. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. And maybe I had one of y'all started off. Maybe I had Victor start this.
Oh, no,
you know.
You don't want that. That depends on the song, because I'm trying to figure out which one it is. But you got me on pins and needles, man.
I'm gonna watch your face.
He was real technical with the last guy, so you know.
Let's go.
So the name of the song is I'm On.
It's been a minute, been on for a minute. They look at my life and they see how I did it. Run through my city, my meters on 10. I swear to be hype every time I go in. Put it in time, they gon' get all this work. Put it in work, I'm on the go, been on the road. I've been out the country, been rocking our shows. Twice in the magazine, shout out to 10 seconds scene. I'm in the Bergen, so big. Shout out to Donna, so big. I gotta go to my family, gon' eat up and stuff on my face off these 5 B's. Full of the spirit, they say that I'm sauce. Out of my dudes, and you see the cross. Boss me, almost all that I had.
Energetic, motivational.
Like the flash, shoot it quick, look at the
That's
wrist.
what I get from this one right here.
I cannot miss, taking these sins and I'm getting these screens. Having time, I'm building my team. Chasing my dreams, I made it my queen. Ooh, I got a good thing. Back in the stew, cooking it up. Mo True, they looking me up. Got us a plug, been killing these sets. They holding their grudge. I'm back in the stew, cooking it up. Mo True, they looking me up. Got us a plug, been killing these sets. They holding their grudge. I'm on. Hey.
All right, so y'all get the gist of this song. I'm On. To me, it's like a lot of common songs you hear. You know, I'm on, persevering, running up. You know, your song even talks about persevering too, which I really like. But like that message to me resonates a lot when I hear hip hop songs, the messages. So this is a remake of the beat. I'm gonna start with the beat because this is a remake of a beat. He wanted me to remake a beat for him. He already rapped, you know, to a beat. It had horns just like this. A lot of different sound effects that you hear on this. I probably added a little bit more than the old beat. So that's how I came up with this beat. And you hear the message is about pushing on musically for the glory of God. And yeah, that's what it is, you know. Victor, man, how you feel about this?
Come right to me, okay? Be honest with you, like this was the song that I had. I was like, but to be honest with you, I didn't have a ton to say about the track. It was just what was done to it. I like the concept. Like when it first started, I was all in. I had a big problem with the hook because there's no hook. To be honest with you, I just wish he would have, like, you know, kept saying I'm on, like instead of just hey, because it gets monotonous after a while, and all of a sudden it loses its luster. And so
right here at the end, it keeps going.
Yeah, it was just like, man, it's just way too much. And this is the only thing is this: I just didn't feel like the track was strong enough to carry it on its own. You know what I mean? So that was the only thing, because of just the way that the hook was done. It made the verses, it made me get tired on the second verse because that was all that was there. And it was just the same flow throughout the whole song, no real dynamics. That was the whole big thing for me. It was just, this is the one that I had the most of the problem with was just the way that it was constructed. I just wish
Mhm.
that, would have put a little bit more effort into, the hook, and making it, something, have some type of variety or something like that. I mean, I get the song. I love the energy.
Yeah.
I just wish I just could have felt it the whole time. After like a minute into it, I got tired, you
I
know?
I I get exactly what you're talking about. It's one of the conversations I actually had with Mo
Yeah.
Truth, about
Hmm.
some of his songs. Something similar to what you're talking about. Um, and maybe I said something like that to him. I can't remember. But one
Hmm.
thing that one of the reasons I think it, like, for example, this song has that, like, repetition is not really
Yeah.
creative. It's because he even said it. They got through the song really fast because there was a deadline. So it was like almost rushed.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
some of
Now,
his
to be
songs
honest
were
with you, real quick,
mhm.
I could see this going off live. Like in a
Yeah.
live setting, I could see this going off with the
It,
energy on stage, and you know what I mean?
yeah.
I can see that, but
Well,
it just doesn't work on a record. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I know you want to say something, Kat, but it's a good thing you said that because he told me that. He said
Hmm.
most of the times when he's creating these songs, he's
Mhm.
thinking about the live performances. So that's
Yeah.
why it's so hyped up like that. Hey, because he know the
Right.
people watching going to be the same way. So
Right.
yeah, was you going to say something, Kev?
Oh, nah. Just starting off with the positive first, like you said, Vic. Definitely great energy. Great lyrics. For me personally, in my opinion, with the negative, it takes me about a minute or 60 seconds or so to get in tune with the music. I wasn't. I could see why you wasn't really feeling the beat. I honestly, when it first came on, I was like, yeah, he probably was gonna have to turn that off.
Let's be
Like,
real. You know what I mean? Like,
Be real.
and I
yeah.
mean, for me as a creator, and I'm pretty sure you understand this too. Irregular. When it comes to, I guess, making music and stuff, when you listen to those beats,
Mm,
it takes you about a couple of minutes or so to like really tap in.
Yeah.
And if
yeah,
you're not feeling it,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
so yeah, definitely great energy though. Definitely
Mm,
great
Yeah.
energy. Great lyrics. It kind of reminds me of somebody around here in this area. His name is Turn Up. He got that same type of high energy and type
You
of
can tell by the
lyricism.
name.
Huh?
You can tell by the name. Turn up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
so yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. So, but definitely, keep it pushing.
Yeah, that's what he doing too,
Mhm.
man. He's pushing these singles out. That's
Mhm.
the good thing I like
Which is
about
great.
him as an artist. Like he's really pushing singles out like it almost feels like every other week or every
Mhm.
3 weeks or something like that. So he's
Okay.
he's grinding. And I think sometimes that's why his music seems rushed because maybe their deadline is too short. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
And that's the
I
thing, man.
yeah,
We you gotta take like this is the reason why you call it recording arts. This is an art form. You don't push out art until it's ready. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Because just doesn't have that impact if you just continue to kind of push out and you really don't have time to construct something.
Mhm.
You're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing your fan base a disservice because you can't really, just like dive in and just like create the Sistine Chapel type. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's just the way that I feel about it.
You
So
right.
there's the bell.
Go ahead, Kev. You got the last say.
Nah.
No, you better get it now because he gonna get you.
No, I'm not. You good, man. Kev learned quickly though. He was like, nah,
I know
nah,
you see
nah.
that. Huh? You ain't
All
gonna
right.
handle me though.
So we go into the next song. This is by BRM. Name of this song is Check Your Why.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you probably heard of BRM, right?
Yeah,
Unique
man.
Kev?
concept.
Yeah. And this is featuring TC. I
Okay.
guess the collector too. Oh yeah, well that's what it stands for, the collector. And let's get it. I gotta stop doing that. I'm messing up today, Victor. I don't know what's going on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Maybe I'm just a little too energized. No.
It's an exciting show.
Lyric video right here, starting off with scriptures. I like that. It's always easy to come up with something to just show people like this with lyrics.
Let me paint you a picture.
It's a good way to promote your music.
How they digging with the shovel while we finding true motive. Are you lost up in the moment, distracted by the commotion? Are you drowning in the ocean, taken by the waves? Nah, I'm following his ways. Had to do some surgery inside of me that lasted days. It was Grey's Anatomy. Was thinking he was mad at me, but he was glad to see that I was getting to the source battery. Yeah, need a charge. Check your why. Take a look inside, yeah. Take the plank about your eye. Let me talk to ya. Go and check your why. See what you can find out. Ain't no reason to go hide. He gon' walk with ya. Go and check your why. Take a look inside, yeah.
So I like this song. I enjoy listening to it. Straight to the point, man. Up tempo, everything coming together on this track feels like it just sits well. Straight, like I said, straight to the point. They didn't do anything too crazy with this song. You hear some sound effects here and there, but not anything that's like heavily out of the box. And you don't really need to. The beat is simple to me, straight to the point.
His flow really grew on me too.
Grew on you?
Over the time.
Yeah, you know, BRM, just like you, man. Both of your music, your songs have developed, and I can hear that. Like, your skill wise, musically, everything has just gotten better and better. So yeah, BRM has gotten better over time. I remember hearing some of his old stuff compared to now, and he found his voice, which is what he's using, that gritty. He likes that.
Yeah, he's found his voice. Definitely found his voice.
They keep the message to the same point too. This is TC.
Is Elohim's not ophthalmologist, something in my eye, dog. Finding fault in everybody, but why, dog? They don't love him how I love him was a lie, dog. Jesus said he knew me not, no surprise, dog. Mortician had to focus on them dead parts. Had to figure for that thing like I'm Bret Hart. Put it in submission through the scripture was a head start. Self-examination for your tweet is how you play it smart. God, check your why, take a look.
Yeah, so yeah, what I meant by like their lyrics was similar in a way. I'll put it that way. Like, they talked about themselves a little bit, how over time it was like they had to see themselves before pointing to other people. You know, don't point the fingers at other people's mistakes, which is what this song is about, but look at your own life. So they both speak on that very well, similarly on their verses. And I like this song for that, because it's the type of song to me that just needs to be heard in general, like to the world and for Christians. You know, Christians can definitely easily point the finger at other people, and you know, especially like if they see somebody in the church sinning, like a pastor, that finger is quick to go to them, and they don't take the time to look at their own life.
Check your why. Check your why. You know, it's a really deep concept. Checking your why. Yeah. I love the flow. Man, BRM. I'm becoming even more of a huge fan of his. You know me, I love ballads. I love the slow songs. The ones that kind of just get you to thinking and stuff like that. And this is like a ballad according to BRM. You know what I mean? Like, this is one of the more, the slower down, the ones that slow down. It's not the height, stuff that I'm used to hearing. But this is a slow down. Sit down. Let me tell you something real quick. Let's talk truth. I really appreciate that about this song. So.
Yeah, he has. I've heard a lot of. You may have not have heard some of his other songs, which has that ballad feel.
Yeah, I just haven't heard them, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. He put out an album. I think his latest album, I heard some of the songs off of that, and there was some like this one, a little deep, made you think, like conscious lyrics. But I
Mhm.
remember there was one, I think he put a lyric video too. It was more of a story type of song.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know if you heard A Kev, one of his like story type of songs from his older album,
yeah,
but when I heard that, I was like, yo, you need to make, more of these like deep dark.
yeah.
Yeah.
He got a lot of I listened to his album. I don't know what the name of it was. I think it was like a red and black cover art, I
Yeah.
believe. Listen to that for a little bit, and then do at the time, he really developed into like one of the a great artist. Very versatile, in my personal opinion. He let me hear some of his other stuff too, doing I think some type of rock and roll type of vibe as well. He gave me that type of vibe, so he's really a dope artist,
Yeah.
Mm.
definitely.
I think you two should do a collaboration.
Uh-oh.
It's a
Uh-oh.
strong possibility.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
just
strong
because,
possibility.
just
Look,
because
he
I
like, man,
spent
just slide the paperwork, you know what
It's a strong possibility.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
just because I said that, now it's going to go out into the social media airways.
Hey, I will sign that petition. Let's
All right,
get
we're
it
gonna
done.
hop on to the next one. Ring the bell for that one. And this next one is by Paradox. The name of this one is My Style.
Okay.
My Style. Hold up, I got to look at Victor's face. I saw him look over to the corner, so checking to see what his weather is like over there, the atmosphere.
Oh no. I got the playback. Just trying to make sure, you know what I mean? The ladies, I'm just playing. Let me joke. Let me stop.
Crazy.
All right, so I would say Paradox. You hear this song, but it's about him being true to himself, and that's what he says in the beginning. So I'm gonna play the song,
Mhm.
let y'all hear some of it, and yeah. I want to start speaking, but yeah. Let me just play the song, man. Let me play the song.
Paradox. I know sometimes you want me to rock the way you want me to rock, but is that being true to myself? Nah, this is my style.
I like the beat on this.
Can you test that? Take a listen to my style. Understand I've been away for a while. Now I'm back with that real rap. I left, I needed to
I like those dubs in the background on this that
Take
hook.
a listen to my style. Understand I've been away for a while. Now I'm back with that real rap. I left, I needed to get refreshed. Let me catch my breath before I empty out the real facts. Fact is, God ain't never left, never half stepped. Always been ahead, been there, done that. This is his habitat. We be using up time while others be using our rhymes, but our rhymes are designed to give glory to God. His style is my style, the Christ profile. Can go miles and miles, touching man, woman, and child. Now, let me break it down all the way to the skeleton. Bare bones, while the world wobbles like gelatin. I'm telling them, God is love, yeah, he's still loving them. But many say they never met him or even heard of him. Generational gaps with messages fail. Somewhere along the way, the gospel got watered down as well. But thank God for the new days, praise him for the new ways the gospel spreads. That's why we keep looking ahead. Yeah, test, take a listen to my style.
Yeah, so this to me has that throwback feel.
Yeah.
Throwback. And that's always been his style of rap. And he's admitting it right here. I feel like by the fact that he made this song called My Style, I have a feeling that he probably had a conversations where a lot of people was like, man, why don't you modernize your style? Well, why is your style, back, it sound like it's back in the day, because
Yeah.
I've always felt that way, but I love the fact that he sticks to his style. He's not trying to be like anybody else. This song right here is one of my favorites by him, though. I think I will say that. The reason why I say that is because the lyrics conform to the beat more. Even though it can have that old style, to me the lyrics just conform to the beat more than his older songs, his other songs. So You know, I feel like a lot of people have different opinions, so many different opinions about like a song like this and some of his other songs. But I'm gonna ask y'all how y'all feel about this song by Paradox.
Let AK first with this one.
Silence, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
Oh,
think about this one.
you gonna let me go first?
Yeah, man, it's all you, bro.
Oh man, dang, that's crazy. But okay, all right. Yeah, I agree with Irregular. I think some people probably had some conversations with him back then about, why he couldn't change, his flow up, or what made him want to stick with this type of back style like it's back in the 70s.
He said
Definitely love
70s. Whew.
70s or 60s or whatever,
Yeah.
anything. But definitely he's true to himself. Love the transparency in the song. Love the honesty in the song. And keep going.
Yeah. I think for me, it reminds me, I don't know, I'm about to go show my age, but back with Cross Movement, when they first got started, way back in the day, they had a guy on the label named Fanatic. It just reminded, it was the first, when I was listening to it, it just kind of took me, because he was different from everybody. He had that, it wasn't, the orthodox way of even recording. He would come in for a little bit and then he'll, it was almost like that's when Stabbing was like, he was the first real person that I saw as a Christian artist really start stabbing their verses, kind of doing a little bit and then come back and do a little bit and come back and do a little bit type of like that. And it was always overdubs. It was all this, it was just so much going on. I didn't really like it at first. It grew on me because it was just so different. But I think this kind of just, it just reminded me of that. Just to feel the flow. I like that he's addressing and not running away from him being different. I like the fact that he just attacked it and just say, this is who I am. Technically, I just thought that it could be, just the execution of the engineering could have been a little bit cleaner. Just to kind of really kind of pull it out a little bit instead of, because some of the vocals just kind of got lost in the track for me. But I think overall, as far as what he was trying to accomplish, other than that, I think he really executed what he was trying to accomplish. It was just some technical stuff for me. So,
if you're watching, by the way, if anybody's watching, you can throw in comments about what you think about this song. I know we played some of the other songs in the past. Probably should have said that earlier, but y'all made some good points. And you said pull out. I think I was going to ask you, Victor. You said pull out the vocals. Is that what you mean? Like the
So what's going on is sometimes when you add panning to a recording, sometimes it just depends on how it's or what type of medium that you're using to hear it.
Yeah.
Some stuff that's a little pan to the left, a little hard right, will get lost in the mix. And so sometimes you got to be careful of that because you have these songs coming through all different types of media. And so if you want, everything to kind of come through, you got to make sure that everything kind of comes out. But what I was talking about as far as pulling out, it means that, just some of the vocals were just too quiet in the mix. It was getting hidden by the track. And that happens when, it's just engineering. It's not artist execution. That's more on the engineer than anything, just making sure it's mixed right.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens when the beat has too many things in the center, too many heavy things, masking the vocals. Sometimes you can't do much if you have a 2-track beat. You don't have control of the stems.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of times we get these tracks off of YouTube and internet and stuff like that. And the producers know what they're doing. They want you to buy the product. So they're going to purposefully not EQ the track right. And just so, you can't use it for what you want to use it for. So
yeah, they're going to hit that thing up with a bunch of 808s.
Right. And muddy these tracks up.
All right, so we moving along, y'all. We running pretty early. You flying through this, So I like the feedback. We going to the last song right here by Mr. Ayye Kev. Ayye Kev.
Come on now.
Hold up. I need some fireworks.
You gonna give him a bell? That's disrespect. That's just disrespect.
Hold up.
It wasn't even playing yet. You gave him a bell.
Yeah, he's fire already.
Come on now.
That's all good. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so the name of the song is Run Up the Score featuring J Loft. I heard of J Loft before. I don't know what song I heard him on. That name sounds familiar. Before we start the song, what is the song about? What is the song about?
Shout out to J Love, first of all. He's definitely a great artist, one of the upcoming artists in the generation right now. Met him in college, UDC. Run Up the Scores is basically about just counting up your blessings despite all the situations that's going on in your life. And that's pretty much it. It's on the album right now, Better Late Than Never. You guys can go get that available right now on all digital platforms. It just went on WUSA 9 today, as a matter of fact. And it's definitely some great exposure. So definitely good, great video, great song. So tap in.
Cool. Let's go to it.
Hey, bring it in. Come on. I've been playing basketball for like 22 years, so I know a little something. I don't want no clipping, no airborne, no traveling. I don't want none of that, all right? You dig? We're going to have a good game.
The audio is actually
We're going
good
to make our
for this
people
intro.
proud. And
Maybe
we're
a
going
little
to ball, all
loud,
right? Okay, you feel me? You feel me? All right. Clap it up. That's what I'm talking about.
My dog right there.
You feel me?
That's my dog right there.
I like the slow-mo.
Hey, running the score. Man, running the score. Man, get out of the way. My team in Emo. I've been at my bag. I pray for some more. Man, running the score. I say running the score. Run up the score. We did it before. I swear that they hating. I know it for sure. Keep moving my pace. You know it's a go. Run up the score. Run up the score. Hey. Look at the points and see how we winning. We've been special since the very beginning. We got the blessings, you got recognition. Run up the scoreboard, there's no competition. Reply with a message instead of a weapon. No shade, we just got the connection. Do it for Christ, but what's your perception? No need to talk, you just stick with your method. Quit the job in another battle. Lowest wage, I can never settle. Grinding hard with this 9 to 5. Working part-time, I couldn't change my schedule. See myself chasing bigger dreams on the TV screen instead of low salary. Now they thinking it's a fantasy. Went 4 months with the ministry. Can't forget the people sowing seeds. That's another blessing from the breeze. Could've did this show for the free, but they seen the humble side of me. That's his grace while I'm on my feet. He just showed the ways throughout the week. Endless nights, man, I couldn't even sleep. Talking to God was in store for me. $0 flat in my account. What you gonna do? There's no way out. Every dollar spent, I had to count. Reaching for my goal, see the amount. Life was too short just to sit on the couch. Reading his word, he directed my routes. How would you feel if you walked in my boots? Probably good because you follow my running the score. Man, running the score.
So, man, I like the whole concept of this. If y'all are watching, y'all never seen this music video, check it out. Featuring J Loft, and J Loft is he comes on next with his verse, I believe, right?
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, that's him right there. And you know, I think with songs and music videos, if you add sports to it, it makes it easier. Like the whole concept is there. I feel like you know, it's easier to come up with something.
Just stick with your method. Cool with the people, I'm very connected. Keep it a being, I'm very respected.
And this is J Loft.
Myself and I'm very domestic. I'm very protected. Messing with mine, I'm very aggressive. It's very subjective. Do what I must, but I'm counting my blessings. Also be counting the money. Honestly, I could be broke as a joke.
So Mr. Victor Smith, how you feel about this one, man?
No cap. I thought this was my favorite out of the bunch. This and this is before I even met you. Like I was like, oh, this one's nice. I have no problems with the engineering. I love the flows. I love the fact that y'all, it wasn't the same flow throughout the whole thing. That
Mhm.
it was just the dynamics of it. I love that stuff. Keep me guessing. You know what I mean? So, like for
Gotcha.
real, like I like the slow down. It's like it's you can kind of dance with it. You can kind of groove with it. I really appreciated. I didn't know what you were talking about at first. When I first put it on, I was just like, "What do you mean run up the score?" But I like I said, I just love the execution. It made everything just made sense.
Okay.
Like I said, the only thing I think Strid alluded to it was just the audio at the beginning was just a little distorted at the top. But I love the fact that you had a story with it and everything. So, big ups, man. Yeah, you did your
Appreciate
thing. Yeah.
it.
A lot of times people forget about that type of audio and music video. The acting part that can
Yeah.
be important.
Right.
You
Right.
know, because
Sometimes it's a deal breaker. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because you can't even
yeah.
get past the skit to get to the song. Because it's like, man, it's just, you know,
E- Especially if it's in the middle of the song, because if the audio and the music sounds good, then you get to the acting, it's like, what just happened? And
right.
then it goes back
Right.
into the music. It's off. The audio is just off.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And you lost
yeah,
them.
but I
No, but
agree,
this is,
man.
yeah. Go
This
ahead.
one,
I'm sorry.
no, this was dope. This was dope, man. Who came up with the music video? Like, who directed this? Well, I
And
saw. Yeah,
shout out
go
to
ahead.
shout out to my homeboy Shop Up Productions, Trey. It was me and his idea. I think you met him before
I
last
did.
time at the radio station a
Yeah.
few years back. Shout out to him. Me and him came up with the concept. Just basically just coming off with a 5-on-5 basketball game, and me and J Love was the main stars of the of the video. So we were thinking about, the basketball player. So I asked him what was his favorite basketball player. He said Kobe, and I said Allen Iverson. So that's
Yes.
with the concept. So then we added
I'm with
some dope highlights. Definitely, because when it came to them two, it was always a competitive spirit, but much respect at the end of the day. So that's me and J Law's relationship at the end
Okay.
of the day. So yeah,
you. Yeah.
man. Hmm.
Look, I want to ask you, like you as an artist, though, like what inspires you, to pretty much just carry out your art.
I would just say God and motivation,
Hmm.
honestly. Just listening to different people, like such as J. Cole, Kendrick, definitely
Hmm.
some Christian hip hop artists that's out right now, like Andy Mineo is definitely a great
Yeah.
inspiration in my life, and that keeps me going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
there? What do you feel about Christian rap music? Like, are you pleased with the way direction is going, or is there any disappointment with it?
I think personally for me, it's all about. I had a conversation with somebody in a barbershop today about that. Uh Personally for me, I think it's all about what you tap into. When it comes to the industry now, and also the Christian, the gospel hip hop industry now, we all feed into each other. I'm pretty sure you know about the auto tune, the mumble rap,
Yeah.
the cadences,
Yeah.
everything that comes into it. So I think Christian hip hop right now is a great is a great feeling right now. Everybody is staying true to themselves, but also being more in tune what's going on in the new world. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Yeah.
dope.
Hmm.
But do you think the message is being distorted as far as Christian rap when it comes to all of these different styles and stuff like that? I know a lot of artists are so worried about the appealing to the
Mhm.
crowd and squashing down the actual message of God, or the message of the cross and stuff like that. To combat some of the stuff that secular artists are talking about. You
Mhm.
talk about different things that these kids are going through
Mhm.
nowadays, and the world. The secular music is feeding right into that because they know that emotions sell records.
Right, right,
And
right.
so, but do you think that Christian rap nowadays, kind of is more on the, hey, I want to grab their attention and show that, hey, I could be, cool too, instead of like, really preaching God? What do you think about the dynamic of that?
I think the dynamic of that is, personally, in my opinion, I try not to pay attention to that. We live in a world, honestly, right now, you got to appeal to everybody, especially when it comes to you making music. You still got to entertain people. Personally, for me, I just don't try to, tap into that. It's just like whatever you tap into, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
Personally, in my opinion, I think like you gotta learn how to stay true to yourself. If you wanna, if you wanna go ahead and try to be more in tune with the new wave and what's going on right now, but also still keep the message and keep everybody inspired and keep people what the love of God is and what has God done for you. I think that's a great feeling as well.
Right. But how do you balance that? How do you feel like you could balance something like that?
I just tried to ignore the critics, the negative critics. Doesn't matter, and just keep positive people around me who's done it for a long time. Shout out to Nonfiction and Feel the Real, Just Danielle. There's a lot of great talent out there that I've been around with thus far, and I just try to keep that positive motive going, and because they understand and they know how that feels, and being pressured, what I'm saying, when it comes to trying to fit in when it comes to the new wave. And I think, it's all about, like I said, it's all about what you get into, it just, it's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a comment by somebody, Rod Joseph. He said it's become more positive than Christian, in my opinion. Like the music has become more positive, is what I believe he's saying. I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's interesting. I can
Yeah,
see
I
where he's
think
going with that.
I can agree with he was coming from, that everybody is not really on Bible verse related, or like John 3:16 Jesus did this. I think it's
Right.
more so. I think it's more so, personally for me. You talk about your upbringing and also your overcoming your struggles, and how you walk amongst your faith and how God has used you through those struggles. And I think that's also relatable. You still can use that in your message as well. I think some people kind of get it a little bit misconstrued sometimes. I mean, you
Yeah.
just gotta, it's all about what you really want to get into.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
grow on it as well. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I see. I mean, we can go down a rabbit hole with this.
I see. I can hear it.
But I mean, I see that, like just even Christianity in general, with messages and stuff becoming more motivational speaking than the actual word of God. It's more on the story instead of the story of the cross and Christ crucified. But and the music is starting to, not necessarily with everybody, but you have to be careful to follow suit with that. You literally, you don't want to, like water the message down. I'm not saying be corny, preach, throw Jesus down people's throats and stuff like that. I ain't saying that, but there is a delicate balance, even more so nowadays,
Gotcha.
that you have to, not necessarily, cram it down people's throats, but still be tasteful enough to digest. So
right, I agree with
bars.
that.
Did you say bars?
I like that. I like that.
Victor, I think you have made up for the fact that you're not outdating yourself anymore. You kind of elevated yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out here, man. Like, trust me, like, too, Irregular. It's a lot of people out here that's still doing, and it's sounding like outdated. You know what I'm saying? I think you really gotta. I think you just really gotta be more open minded, honestly.
Absolutely.
When it comes to listening to the new wave of music, and not even the new wave of music, just music in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it depends on what your purpose is for music.
Yeah.
Some people's purpose for making music is just completely different than maybe like yours. Some people may do it to just make good music because they love doing it as Christian rap artists. But I think some Christian rap artists really have a heart to reaching out to people with their music. Like they think about when they're going to perform how it's going to touch people. Some other rap artists may not think that way, So I think sometimes those are the reasons why you have rappers whose music don't really change. It kind of stays outdated because their mindset they don't really
Right.
care. They just want to,
Yep.
I'm just going to do it my way. I don't, I'm not really
Yeah.
the young people. They don't
You
have to
know,
listen to me.
it's funny you should say that because I saw an interview with Lil Wayne, and somebody asked him like, how does he stay relevant? He's been doing it for like
Yeah,
almost 3
I
decades.
seen it.
Yeah.
I seen
And he
him and
was just saying you just gotta like embrace the new culture. You know, you
Yep.
can't run away from it. You literally have to embrace it. And
Yeah,
if
man.
you go back to the Hot Boy, days and stuff like that, um, the block is hot, that type of stuff. You'll
Mhm.
see the growth, and you'll see the that his style and it just him as a person has changed over the years. He just adapted to the culture. So
Mm.
I had a conversation with somebody today. He asked me, "Do you think the music right now and with the artists like Lil Wayne, Young Thug,
mhm.
Future is demonic?" And I just told him it's all about, like I said, what you feed into. I try not to read into too many people's lyrics like that. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of time consuming. For me, I'm just here to inspire, and for the people I listen to, like J. Cole, Kendrick, Nipsey. It's other few individuals as well. Lil Wayne as well is another one that has inspiring lyrics that keeps you going and keeps you motivated.
Yeah, I'm a Kendrick fan, man,
Yeah,
myself.
it's okay.
I loved him on the at the halftime show.
Yeah,
You
man,
know
he
what I
was
mean? Like I was like he was doing his thing.
he shut it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, we out of time. We a little over time, but it's all good. Man, we had a
All
good
good.
discussion. I feel like we could have just talked more about this stuff as time went on. But hey Kev, you got anything else you want to share? You already said this album is out everywhere. You got anything new coming up or whatnot?
It's in the works right now. I ain't gonna spill too much about it, but it's definitely in the works right now. Just check out the album, Better Late Than Never. It's available right now, all digital platforms. It is I think it's my best work so far, honestly. Just musically, lyrically, and spiritually, honestly.
Mhm.
God is, took me to a place with this album, just trying to relate to the youngins that's behind me and also in front of me as well. And just, telling them, do everything before it's too late,
Yeah.
achieve that goal, keep God first, get saved, stay inspired and stay motivated before, your last days. So
I like that, man.
Absolutely. I got one more question, man.
Oh,
Like real quick,
uh-oh,
man. What
uh-oh.
inspired the hair, man? Like, look, I don't have none, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think
I
he's
feel
jealous.
like a crown, bro. I'm just like, bro. What was the inspiration on that, man? That's different, bro.
man, man, just I just like my hair. Personally, in my opinion, you know what I'm
Nice and
saying? Like,
simple.
yeah, I
I
like my
love
hair.
it.
My mom,
Yeah.
she be telling me, I be making jokes sometimes. She don't be liking it. I say when I cut my hair off, I like I'm in a car accident. Like I just got hit by a car.
No, you Samson now.
Yeah,
Like you lose
yeah,
all
man.
your
I was,
skills, you know what I mean?
yeah, all that stuff gone out the window. Only like, dang. So, but nah, that's basically what the inspiration, man. I don't like my hair being cut down low like that.
Yeah.
I like it like high, at least a little bushy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just can't do it. I can't
So
do it.
so so
Nah, I'm
so
digging,
Victor,
bro.
what he's saying is you got to learn how to love your hair if you want it to
Bruh,
grow more.
I sliced it. I was supposed to slice it before I came on here. But nah, it's all great. Like I have like the great locks, you know what I mean? Start my own, my own style, you know what I mean?
Your style, man. Ain't
Nah,
nothing wrong with that.
Right.
All right,
Nah,
y'all.
respect, bro. Respect, man. I love it. I love it.
appreciate it.
So I appreciate y'all for tuning into this show. It was good having you on here. Kev, Victor Smith, like usual. Be blessed, everybody. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. And I hope the weather is going to be good everywhere else like it is around our way. But other than that, man, stay tuned. Be blessed. Flowing God's love. Till next time. We